liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My team really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping hard and more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mass hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My team really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My team really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast and a killer conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing. Make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, go. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to run my pain. I see something coming out of that rain. My team really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live at a charge. We'll count down to great action here, presented by Lunatic Designs. He is our broadcast sponsor here tonight for the Chop Shop Racing Dirt Series, presented by Geomax and all the fine folks out there. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like. I'm sorry the alerts aren't working correctly. They're supposed to be working correctly, but we may have to get rid of them. I changed them up to make them a little bit more light, but, you know, they didn't happen. So we'll keep our eye on it. Thank you very much to everybody out there. It is that time as qualifying gets underway for these drivers here at, the Diamond Dirt Track. It's Lucas Oil Speedway. Gonna be awesome. I like it. We're running the super late models, the dirt late models, here tonight as Geomax gets ready to rock and roll. We're running about a third of the mile length on the racetrack. Track temperature at 60 degrees at qualifying. It's pretty slicked off, so we're going to see probably some decent qualifying times. We'll see how this one will fare out for the drivers. Ballstats B&B Music Admin Box all on board. 69 degrees on the air temperature, 54% humidity, cloudy skies, 7-mile-an-hour wind. They do have a fast repair. They're going to run 10-lap heats, a 12-lap B main, and a 40-lap feature. And it's one of the coolest racetracks around. I love this racetrack because, well, you know, we're connected to it pretty nicely. iLimit Series is getting ready to start running here. Had the opportunity to go for as a Father's Day gift, but I actually had to turn it down. We have a broadcast that night, so I'm not going to be able to get to see it. But I will tell you. It was absolutely awesome to see that Lucas Oil is going to be getting a little bit of love from the High Limit Series, and you'll definitely be able to get out there and check it out. Thank you, RB. I appreciate you for the like, sir. I appreciate all of that. Mr. Van Ness, thank you. Jade Sheehan, thank you for the like, the share out there as well. Mr. Boyer, thank you for the follow. Thank you to everybody out there across the pond, across the field. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. I forgot that I had a Kick account, and somebody said, hey, you know, you get more eyes, you can get some more eyes out there if you go live on all 4 platforms. So that's what we're doing. We're testing the internet strength. That's what we're doing. So multi-streaming across Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. So if you're out there on Kick, welcome aboard. Back at it again as we get ready to go And we appreciate you very much. We do have a few driver cams tonight, so we'll take a look at those real quick as we see the drivers ready to put down some hot times. It's Ethan Wolf out there for you, ready to rock and roll. We got the Churchy man, Mr. Church, out there qualifying right now, trying to turn some fast laps. And then, of course, and always, Mr. Steven Laskowski. He stepped away from his computer. He'll be right back after these important messages. I guess. I guess there are messages.
What's the message?
Valerie, check messages. Yeah, I will do. We'll check with my messages. Which messages? Or is that Valerie or is that Nicole? Nicole. Okay. Hi, Nicole. Oh. 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 Gotcha.
What is going on with iRacing tonight?
I don't know. Happy birthday, Brandon! Muscarella Motorsports' birthday today. Everybody go buy a t-shirt. Like now. MuscarellaEnterprises.com. Go get it now. Do it now. Like right now.
Speaking of t-shirts, when are mine going to show up?
We got them printed yesterday. And then we had those issues last night. We'll get them shipped out here in the next day or so.
Okay. I was just curious.
Labels are created. Everything's created. I had to send pictures to quality control. So if you guys have, hi Chrissy, how you doing, dear? If you guys buy shirts from me, we have a quality control. So say something goes wrong with the shirt, or maybe the shirt doesn't fit or something like that. We just have you guys send it directly to who we buy it from, and then we get our money back and we send you a new shirt. That's how it goes. Holy cow, Ethan Wolf. So that's how it works. We like to do it that way because it just matters. So, kind of those things. It's kind of cool thing. Also,
if mine don't fit, it means I need to lose weight. That's what it means. Because I'm not going up another size.
Yeah, well, we don't want to do that. So Penguin, that's the voice you hear behind the scenes here, folks. That's Penguin. He's the race controller for tonight's race. Robbie's he's gonna be fast tonight. I think he might be fast. I think he might be.
Might be fast. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
No.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, he's fast solo. We'll see what happens when he does it when he's doing it in traffic.
Well, he's already fast. Happy birthday to Musk, to Brandon.
That's what she said.
Nicole, send me those messages. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know. And $4.99 super chat. Happy birthday, Brandon. The dang old alert box is not correct. It'll show up there. There it is.
All right, I'll be back. Time for me to do my tang.
Happy birthday, Brandon. There it is. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, dear. Happy birthday. I don't have the board hooked up for all the birthday cheers. Starting grid for heat race number 1 will be Nick Klosterman, Falcon Smith, Ethan Wolf, Robbie Milburn, and then Brad Dove and Michael Strickland. That'll be your front 3 rows here. It's a little weird. Did Robbie's not count? I don't know. New like, Max, thank you for the like. Sorry, your name's not up where it's supposed to be. I don't know what's going on with that. Dang old alert box is being all weird. I don't know. You're welcome. You're welcome, of course. Hello, Chrissy. How are you doing? All right. I'm pretty excited about this racetrack. This is one of my favorite racetracks in the world, folks. We were able to watch the SRX Championship here. This racetrack is just near and dear to our heart. Things to avoid on this racetrack. Well, there's tires. There's tires on the bottom. Happy birthday, Brendan. There's tires on the bottom. Those tires are like concrete. In the real world, they're not concrete. They move-ish. All those things. All those blessed things. Happy birthday, Brandon. I appreciate you, brother. Hopefully your birthday was wonderful. Hopefully Nicole was able to treat you to a good steak dinner. That's all we want, right? A full belly and a pat on the head. And a good boy.
Happy birthday.
Let's do it. We're
who's
green.
a good boy?
We're green.
Who's
Let's do
a
it.
good boy?
That's exactly right. That's what every man wants. Early going. Hold on to your butts, folks. Nick Klosterman, Falcon Smith, side by side. Lead goes to Klosterman, Falcon Smith, trying to crest in. We'll go to the overhead, 34. Pushing forward. Big. Oh, yeah, we're going to change those cameras. We'll do that in a little bit. 34, middle part of the lane. Track is reset. This track is going to get tore up from the floor up.
Yeah, especially with 40 laps in the feature.
Oh, yeah.
It will be ready.
Robbie Milburn, 13.84. Third place here. 0.6 of a second difference here. Quarter second closed in for Nick Klosterman as the Falcon Smith digs. Egg shape for the corner. 26 slides up the race line. This is a setup for a slider right here. 34 down on the bottom. 36 can run second lane. It's going to be way up the racetrack. Drive off on the corner. Is going to be able to clear. Can he roll down to the bottom side? 34 has to carry a little bit extra momentum as Robbie Milburn looks for the bottom side. 6 laps to go. Heat race number 1. Battle for the lead between 3. Ethan Wolf up one from the start of the race, trying to push down to the bottom side. Brad Dove, full scent and held bound as Striker in front of Striker. He's able to keep it going. Little left front damage now as Strickland moves up to the spot in the Carhartt racing machine. Battle for the lead still on. 26 trying to defend at the bottom side. 80 able to run the bottom 3 wide corner exit. 4 laps to go. 26 trying to send. 34 gets tied off the race line. Here comes Robbie Milburn to the bottom. 3 laps to go. Klosterman trying to hold on. 34 trying to set up the corner one more time down on the bottom as they go. Can anybody get up to the outside lane? Klosterman dig. 2 laps to go here at Lucas Oil. He raced number 1. Busy. 80 trying to clear the 34. 80 to the bottom side. Big run for the 34 on the outside. 26 is going to see a bad slider. Get up in front of him. The 80 dumps it right in front of Nick Klosterman as Falcon Smith goes to the lead here. Robbie Milburn landed it right in front of him. The bad slider almost taking out the 26 from the lead. Falcon Smith wins heat race number 1. Robbie Milburn will be second. Ethan Wolf will go to third. And Nick Klosterman showing, well, it definitely gives some displeasure on how that race ended. No bueno, man. All right, starting grid, heat race number 2. Got to turn Penguin down. He coughs.
Sorry.
You blow out everybody's speakers on the surround sound. No.
It was a sound check. That's all it was.
That's what it is. Stephen Leskowski is going to be your pole sitter for heat race number 2. Keegan Brown's going to be your outside pole sitter. We'll see Connor Hazel, Jaden Sheehan, and Robert Church in this one here at Lucas Oil. Is Leskowski ready to rock and roll? Am I hearing music?
No, not from me. I don't have any music playing.
No. It's in the speakers. Yeah,
huh?
Lucas Oil has music playing. iRacing has music playing in the background.
What? I must not have it turned up. I don't hear it. Are you sure you don't have like a media player turned on somewhere?
No. I promise I don't. I promise I don't. All right, hold on. We gotta load the cars, folks. Our update.
At least I didn't do a stern sound check, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Budgie heard it too. See?
Budgie's just trying to make you feel better about yourself. It's Budgie.
Hey, you know what?
I hear voices in my head. They come to me. Okay,
what I say, everybody deserves a pat on the head. All right, we're green.
Who's a good boy?
98 to the outside, Keegan Brown to the bottom side. Jaden Sheehan up on the outside lane trying to push in the 805. Matt Jules Speed Shop on board those drivers. Speaking of setups, if you need one, Premier Racing Setups, Richard Murtaugh Driving Academy. Make sure you check it out at PRSSetups.com. Use promo code CHOPSHOP15. Save yourself some money on some a la carte. As Leskowski leads. Geomax on board. Klosterman engraving design. How about the 805? Trying to push down to the bottom. I tell you what, Leskowski getting better and better each week at dirt. Able to compete with these drivers. Stephen Leskowski, Muscarella Enterprises, Muscarella Motorsports on board on the 98 as they go to work. Hold on to your butts, folks. We got racing. Full send. 805 will turn the bottom side. Just a touch better. A lot of grip still down there. 805 parks it in front of the 98. Crossover. 98 has to get out of the throttle, down on the bottom side one more time. 555 up on the outside lane. Kind of the 98 close back in as they go to work. 98 setting up. 5 laps to go. Now 4 this time by Keegan Brown. Working on to the middle portion of that race line. 98, good drive off on the back. Here comes Churchy. Robert Church, full scent and digging. He says, show me an opening. I'm going to take it. Down to the bottom side he goes. Out of the throttle, back in. Tell you what, the rooster spray on top of that car. Showing up and showing out. 2 laps to go. Jaden Sheehan, Stephen Leskowski. Sheehan now 7/10 of a second difference here as Stephen Leskowski trying to hold on a second. 555 to the inside on the white flag lap. 555 trying to slide, parks it in front of the 98. 98 will have the 5 get turned in front of him. That's 2 sliders going the wrong way on the last lap. Jaden Sheehan will win heat race number 2. Keegan Brown parked it right, just similar to what you saw there for Robbie Milburn. And I tell you what, these drivers really doing their thing. 3 drivers for the Consi. Well, here's your starting grid. Be Stryker, Stephen Leskowski, and Brad Dove. Brad Dove going to get out there and maybe run some laps. He's going to do it by himself. There's Stryker. I tell you what, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to park it in front of somebody. Just can't do it. You can't do it, folks. Don't do it. Vocal moment for everybody. All right. We'll have a 3-wide situation here on the pace laps. Be Strickland, Leskowski, Brad Dove. What's Dove doing? Uh-oh.
Dove's doing Dove things.
All right. Number 5 jumps a little bit there. 88. How about the 98 on the outside? 88 at the bottom. 98 pushing. Here comes the 25 of Brad Dove. Very bottom side gets tight. Gets up into the 98. Able to hold on to it there on the side of that one. Stryker to the lead here. Leskowski half second back. A chance for these drivers to get out here, feel the track out, especially when it comes to the long haul here. Getting into a good run and getting into a good rhythm for a long green flag run here is important. Leskowski to the back bumper of the 88. 98 up on the outside lane. 88 pressing on. 98 We'll see. The corner drops in. Tries to pull, but does not. Laskowski up and out. Try to make it clean. Does so. Bottom side slides up. 88 crosses over. Good slider there. He did it. He had enough there to clear, and Stryker holds on to it. Brad Dove backwards on the bottom, on the outside of the racetrack here. It's going to go to the infield. 3/10 of a second lead. Battle for the Consi here. 3 cars in the Consi. Brad Dove will go a lap down as he jumps to pit road. These two try to hold on. 7 laps to go. Fast laps at the Diamond Dirt track here is the 98. Will be able to run side by side. Doesn't really need to pull a slider here. Actually, probably, I think, just has the faster setup. Laskowski, 88, back to the inside. And will be there. Holds on to it. Steve Laskowski is just going to have to complete these laps. 5, make it 4. Stryker rejoining the race line here. How did Stryker do that? I tell you what, that was awesome. Up and out. Yeah. Oh, and I tell you what a save. Got to reassume the race line there. Dagner cut the track off. 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 this time by. Laskowski, a little extra, a few laps of practice. Raced everybody clean, but had a car dumped on his nose. Similarly, we saw that heat race number 1 as well. Oh, no. Laskowski. Stryker's going to be able to get around. White flag waves. Final lap. Laskowski just has to limp it around here. He hit the tire on the bottom side. He's going to win it in a weird, that was a weird cutscene.
Did you see the chat?
No.
iRacing. Sheehan said Stryker's sandbagging.
No, I can't see iRacing, the iRacing chat. That stuff is turned off for me, so that way I don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing. That's the reason why I don't pay attention to a lot of things. It's just how it is. They're going to warm up, folks. As they warm up, we're going to take a small little hydrate break. We'll let the drivers get out there and have some fun. We'll see what they do and see if they break in this track on the outside lane. Might be a factor. We'll see. As we'll be back in a couple of minutes. right. We're getting ready to get down to it there, folks. Warm up has just finished up. Thank you, Jason, for the like. I appreciate you, sir. I don't know why that thing is, the likes are like down. And I don't know, it's weird. We'll fix it. We'll fix it at some point. Starting grid for tonight's race. It'll be Falcon Smith here in the feature. Sitting on pole, it'll be Jaden Sheehan will be second. Robbie Milburn, Keegan Brown will be second row. Sorry, Jaden Sheehan start outside pole. Row number 2, Robbie Milburn, Keegan Brown, Ethan Wolf, Robert Church will be there. Row number 3, Nick Klosterman, Connor Hazel, row number 4, Laskowski, Michael Strickland, row number 5, Brad Dove, tail end of the field as we get ready to showcase the time, energy, and just everything we've got going on. All the cool things. 40-lap feature here tonight as we're into week 14. Next week, the drivers will be moving on to, they're going to be running the Dirt Midgets next week. Which track is going to be I-55, so they're going to run Peevely next week. So we're going to stay in Missouri as far as the tracks go. 34 is going to take the EOL Challenge. I do believe Jaden Sheehan probably will do the same thing, so the front row just needs to move back to the front row. Keegan Brown, we'll see Robbie Milburn up there as well, so Robbie Milburn will take over the front row. If you haven't checked out Geomax, Geomax is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, dear, again, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you to everybody out there for the hydrates and stretches and all the cool things that are out there. Thank you to everybody watching on Kick, on YouTube, on Facebook, and Twitch. Signature Esports is the platform everywhere, so you can check it all out. Thank you all very much for watching out there and doing the cool things that are cool. Let's go striker with Mr. Van Nest. Appreciate you, sir. Drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. How about Ethan Wolf out there ready to put some things together as drivers will get hot and heavy. 40-lap feature, Lucas Oil. Time and dirt track, down and dirty. Let's do it. Drivers holding on for every living life they've got. 3 laps complete. We're going to run some fast laps, sub 15-second laps. Ethan Wolf battling for the lead here over the 80. Ethan trying to hold on to what he's got going on. Penguin holding on to his dinner. And we're all good to go. They're getting dangerously close to the bottom side of that racetrack. Holy goodness gravy. Robbie Milburn to the bottom side. Slider for the 112. Is going to get tight on the race slide. 112 to the outside. Magic moments. How about Keegan Brown, Nick Klosterman? Klosterman back over the outside lane. Robert Church working. How about Falcon Smith? Has been able to work himself up to 7th so far. Connor Hazel tail on the field right now. Didn't have the greatest of starts, but he's working forward to that Geomax Racing machine as they go. Jaden Sheehan off 6th from the start of the race again. Trying to UL challenge. He and Falcon Smith trying to roll their way back forward. Robbie Milburn out front. Cleared Ethan Wolf. Did so decently here as now Keegan Brown trying to hold on. Nick Klosterman holds on to 4th. Robert Church in 5th. Stephen Laskowski is going to be way up on the race line, trying to get himself a few extra spots here. Falcon Smith closing in. Ethan Wolf, Robbie Milburn side by side. How about the 112? Getting a run on the 80. Both drivers turn the corner. Brad Dove, Michael Strickland backwards on the racetrack. And they'll be stopped close enough. Caution will come out. Ethan Wolf will assume the lead here. Robbie Milburn will be 2nd. Keegan Brown will be 3rd. Nick Klosterman, 4th. Church able to hold on. Falcon Smith was trying to get around Stephen Laskowski there. And Laskowski is still just as fast right now. So we'll see how this one will fare out. Here's what happened to Brad Dove and Michael Strickland. Brad Dove went to throttle in on the corner, and then, Falcon. I tell you what, Connor was unable to get out of that one. Brad Dove slow on the racetrack. The 88 just had a big run at him, but he'll take the UL here and come to pit road. Get that car worked on. That's exactly what it looks like, folks, when you come to pit road. Thanks for the clip, Budgie. I appreciate you. RB giving us some love. Appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you very much. Thank you to everybody out there watching, knocking things out of the park. All the cool things that are cool and can be. Let's go 88 for Mr. Van Nest. Hold on to your butt. All right. Yeah. Good things to talk about today. About the NASCAR injunction. Baji, 500 dang old biddies. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you. Much love to the 500 biddies. You're awesome, my dear. Thank you. Geomax, geotechnical drilling, soil sampling company, mainly testing soils for new homes and investigative work around the Texas and southern U.S. area. Make sure you go pay them a visit. 6962 Odom Road in Sanger, Texas. 940-736-7720. As we go back to green flag racing here in the platform. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. If you haven't followed us, make sure you do. Hold on to your butts. We're going. Robbie Milburn, Ethan Wolf. 10 laps into this one. Ethan Wolf, hard charge to the bottom side. Churchy up on the outside lane. Big full send momentum. Robert Church giving it the action. Hold it on. Let's go. 555 just ahead. Able to, has to get way wooed up there. You see him rolling. 26 tries to slide to 34. 34 backs up the corner. 805 there as well. Nick Klosterman holding no punches. He saw that happen to him earlier. He's going to do it again. How about Laskowski trying to hold on to what he has right there? That's the 98, keeping it close. 25 to the back bumper to the 27. Stryker way back here just a little bit. He's holding on to what he's got. Robbie Milburn, Ethan Wolf. Ethan Wolf being challenged by the 555 of Keegan Brown. Robbie Milburn might be able to step away from this one. 1.1 second difference here as Klosterman, Falcon Smith, bottom side. 805 trying to make it happen. Falcon Smith slides. 26 on the outside lane. Big throttle up for the 34. Able to take the diamond and make it happen on the diamond dirt track. He is up to 6. Jaden Sheehan just needs to get back to second to get the bonus points that he needs. 24 laps to go. Presented by Admin Box here at the Diamond Dirt Track, Lucas Oil Speedway. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. Ethan Wolf closing back down the distance to Robbie Milburn. Just under a second is Ethan Wolf. High side, rolling down, all the way up. 1.1, now the gap. Keegan Brown trying to close it back in. Bottom side of the racetrack, 80. Out of the throttle, pushing back forward. Church rolling in the middle part of the lane. Jaden Sheehan just behind him. Falcon Smith trying to reel it in. As Laskowski has the 27 of Connor Hazel just behind. Connor gets into the back bumper to the 98. Just a touch. He's good. Nerf Bar able to hold on here at the end. Nobody's lost the wing yet, but we've still got a lot of racing left to go. Just about to the halfway mark as Robbie Milburn does make it. 20 laps to go. Milburn, Ethan Wolf, 9/10 of a second difference here. Keegan Brown trying to hold on and shoot for the skies. 805 closing in. Magula C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Falcon Smith trying to disrupt that bottom. Falcon side by side with Church. Falcon door to door into the corner entry. Throw up, throw out. He's gone. 5 of Church back to 6. Holding on. Klosterman in 7. Nick Klosterman giving it all that he's got right now. What kind of tire mileage do you get out of these things? I'll tell you what, Milburn, 6/10 of a second, seeing Wolf trying to charge here, working the outside lane. Robbie Milburn trying to take the lane away. 112 to the bottom side is closed in. Ethan Wolf in tow, 6/10 of a second difference here now between he and Robbie Milburn. Keegan Brown Sees Jaden Sheehan. 2 spots to gain to get himself back into that spot. And I tell you what, Falcon Smith not throwing it and not holding back either. Jaden Sheehan matching lap times with P2 right now, which is the spot that he needs. 0.4 of a second difference. Here's the 112. Tries to hold on. Robbie Milburn. 15 laps to go. Sees the 112. Hard charging now. Ethan Wolf. 80 of Robbie Milburn. Trying to keep it at bay. 112 just a little better on the high side. And he finds himself all the way to the outside. 112. Throttles back up. 80 trying to make this one happen. 112 parks it on the bottom side, tight in the middle portion of the race line. 80, 112 side by side. 0.3 of a second difference here is Ethan Wolf. Thins it up on the outside lane, had faster lap times. Over to the outside, Keegan Brown trying to hold on to where the 805 is. Falcon Smith taking the UL Challenge, finds himself 4 seconds back, and Robbie Milburn parks it where the 112 couldn't be. As the racing line does hold on, Ethan Wolf closes back in onto the 80. 11 laps to go this time by. 112, middle portion of the race line. He's going to have the drive here. Can the 80 hold on to it? 112, big slide up into the race line of the 80. Crossing over, door-to-door advantage to the 80. 112. Trying to put himself in that mix. Here's what it looks like on board. Big slider. 80 clears. Those are the sliders that you want to adjust. And right now, the 112. Oh, 80 up off on the berm. Robbie Milburn has to recollect his thoughts and hold on to his butt. Keegan Brown keeping himself at bay. Right now, the 805 just behind Robbie Milburn. 0.7 of a second as Ethan Wolf steps away. Robbie Milburn back to second. Keegan Brown in third. Jaden Sheehan in fourth. Falcon Smith has closed it back down. 7 laps to go. Sheehan door-to-door with a 5.55. 805, 5.55. Drive off, goes to the 5.55. Big swing over the bottom side for the 805. Keegan Brown able to edge the outside lane. Good look here. It's a full second for the 112. Able to hold the outside lane better than Robbie Milburn. Keegan Brown and Jaden Sheehan. 5 laps to go. Big swing for the fences as the 805 clears. And now the 5.55. It's going to park it up into the nose of the 805. Drive off on the corner. Keegan Brown edges just a touch. 805, 4 laps to go. Trying to get one more spot. There is Falcon Smith on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jaden Sheehan. Oh, baby, Jaden Sheehan finding the edge. Able to take over third. 3 laps to go. Does he have enough time? 1 second the gap between first and second. Green flag racing throughout. One dang old way to look at this one. As Keegan Brown holds on to fourth. Falcon Smith 1 back. Ethan Wolf 2 laps to go. Has a little bit of lap traffic there with him. Brad Dove up on the outside lane. 112. Parking it on the bottom. Here comes the 80. 25 trying to stay on the lead lap. White flag waves. Final lap. 112 trying to drive off. The 25 still there. Ethan Wolf trying to keep himself at bay. 112 will clear it as the 25 doors him. Ethan Wolf wins the feature. Robbie Milburn will be second. Jaden Sheehan third. Keegan Brown fourth. Falcon Smith will finish fifth. As the top 5 all had a battle there. Brad Dove, only driver off the lead lap. And the feature was epic. Ethan Wolf gets the victory here tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway, week 14. Robbie Milburn will be second. Jaden Sheehan third. Keegan Brown will finish fourth. Falcon Smith fifth. Robert Church, Nick Klosterman, Stephen Laskowski, Connor Hazel, Michael Strickland, Brad Dove. That will be your finishing order tonight. As these drivers, they showed up, man. They showed up. They did well. What a race. Thompson Racing Hard Charger is Ethan Wolf at 4 spots tonight as your race winner. And able to do what he needed to do to make that happen. What a race that was. Congratulations to the drivers, and a fantastic end to what is my favorite racetrack. And man, now I want more. Wish I had more, but I don't got more. There it is. Ethan Wolf gets the victory here tonight. Congratulations on able to. I mean, you just had to wait for Robbie to make a mistake, and it just goes to show that you're on a fine line on the edge of the berm here at Lucas.
Yeah, this track is probably one of the more scarier tracks. I'd say it's scarier than Lernerville going over the cushion, but oh well. Like I didn't deserve that. Robbie had that pretty locked up. He was a little bit faster than me, and he was putting his car in better places than I was. So I think that one belonged to Robbie. You know, if he didn't mess up, there was no way I was passing him. So
I was looking at the race line and how you're able to hold the outside lane. I think I still think I would actually disagree. I know that I had faith that Robbie was gonna go out there and sweep it at the end there. But I was watching the closing laps, 20 laps to go. You had more speed carrying the corner. I know that we had some good battles there. You were getting to the point of edging, and you were just able to hold the outside lane just a touch better. I think even if this was 2 laps to go, I think the battle there still is on. I think both of you had the opportunity to win, and you can't win if you're not in position to do so. So that's what I saw out of the race tonight. I believe on the long run, you had a little bit better of a car on the high side.
yeah, and honestly, like Port Royal was the same thing. I was racing behind Robbie the entire race, it felt like. And that's 2 races this year where Robbie's either made some kind of mistake or got taken out of contention while I was, riding with him. But me and him always talk in Discord or in our group chat, and I seem to carry better like center speed. Like I could carry the throttle better in the center of the corner where he can't really get it. So I think that's where I get most of my time. But I just let it all hang out. Why not? Just let it all hang out. These races are pretty short, so tires don't really come into it at all. So it's just what can you do?
You can have fun. That's what this is supposed to be about. Get out there, have some fun, sling some dirt, and put on a show. That's what tonight was about. And you guys ran my favorite track, so that's a plus for me. After we saw what was a pretty amazing race, and this is kind of racing that we like to see.
Yeah, I'm very happy that the race actually went pretty smooth. I know we didn't exactly have the cars that we usually have. Usually we're around like 18 or so. But even with the little bit smaller field, it was still a really good race. I know when me and Robbie kind of stretched our legs out just a little bit. Keegan was back there, Nick was back there, Church was back there. And then in Discord, Keegan and Jaden were saying that they were having one heck of a battle, and that's what you like to hear, even though I was maybe just a little too far out to go see it or too focused. But it's good to hear it, and I'm sure I'll be able to watch it when I watch this replay of the stream.
It was fun. It was entertaining, and we're going to be off to the Dirt Midgets next week at Peevely, man. Give a shout outs, man. You get a victory here in the feature.
First off, Keegan has asked to do an interview since Robbie headed off. Well, maybe not, because it says Robbie's here. But I just thought I'd pass the word on. Well, first off, I'd like to thank all the guys at Warrior for giving me a nice and fun place to race. We always push each other to be better, and I think if it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be winning races as much as I am at this point. As well with Warrior Raps, we've had the Super on for the whole season. He just made me a midget. So you guys seen that last week. You'll see it again in Peevely. He does a really good job with that. Majulici's Speed Shop, you know, I've said this before, arguably the greatest dirt setup shop of all time, and as of right now, they have killer sets as always. All the guys at Geomax and the Chop Shop team for putting the stuff on you for broadcasting. All the sponsors with the series to make this all happen. It's very fun, and that's really it. I'm just kind of trying to figure out the points situation in my head right now, so I'm a little distracted.
That's all good. They'll figure it out and get it posted, and then we'll touch on it next week, man.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I'm ready to get to like some shorter tracks with the super. That's where I seem to shine. I know I got what is today, the 4th win I think I have this season. But I always tend to do better on the smaller tracks compared to this in a late model. So I'm ready to get to like Cedar Lake, I believe. Fairbury, no, Fairbury's a midget. I guess really just Cedar Lake. I don't know if Kokomo's on here or not, but yeah, I'm excited to keep chopping down the points as much as I can.
That's the goal, man. Congratulations on the win tonight, and that'll be a big push in the right direction.
Thank you.
That is Ethan Wolf coming home in victory lane tonight. Let's talk to P2, Mr. Robbie Milburn. Hopefully he's going to be there. There he is. There's the man. I thought you had this one locked up. Watch the outside lane. You and Ethan put on a show tonight, and just the edge of the track is the only thing that saved it. I watched Clint Boyer do the same thing in the SRX Championship against Ryan Newman, almost the same exact spot. And I tell you what a race you put on. Congratulations. I know that you want that number 1 spot, but man, did you put on a show?
Yeah, I'm about sick and tired of. Basically, if I've found a way to lose a race in the last 10 laps, I've done it so far. So hopefully, I say that and I'll find a new way next week. But golly, man, the crazy thing is, I ran that track all weekend, officials all week, probably 15 times. Never happened a single time. Of course, less than 10 to go. I just drive off the darn track. At least the right front stayed on, I guess. And Ethan, always gracious. I just don't know how you keep giving me wins. This is me neither, man.
You know, I told him I was watching the battle with you two about 20 laps ago. He kind of switched it in another gear. I don't know what happened, but he was just able to run, and he was talking about being able to roll center better, but he was running a little bit higher. And then we started watching the sliders. I'm like, this is shaping up to be that next level finish. And I still think, and I said the same thing to him. I think he had a better car on the high side, but I when it comes to sliders and being able to defend, that's where I would have put my money on you at.
Yeah, and honestly, for that little section, I was just kind of chilling. I wasn't really running all out because I know they kind of, I don't know if they're getting together or if he went over the edge or something earlier, but I noticed I had a little gap, so I just kind of chilled for a while. I'm like, I'll save a little bit for the end. And then he got there and slowed me a couple times, and at that point, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just start trying to just a little bit more here and there. And I think if I would have nailed that turn, I think it would have been fine because I think it probably could have got a car or two on him or been in a position where I could block sliders or defend it, but iRacing had other plans and just drove on around with the track.
This is one of the things about this racetrack that I like so much is being able to progressively move up, right? And it's a defensive track. I'm excited that it was just announced this past week for us over here locally in Missouri that the High Limit Series is going to be there on the 26th of this month, and so they're going to run the wing sprints out there at this big old 3rd miler. If they put on half as good a show as you guys did tonight, it's going to be an exciting race. And it is a big track, but this is my favorite track, and you guys really did do it some justice tonight.
Yeah, it's as far as like on the sim goes, it's not my favorite track. It's kind of like I don't dislike it, but it's not like my favorite. I felt pretty good going into this week, but yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm pretty ticked off about not winning. That's just freaking eating at me, but golly, I'll just keep giving away to Ethan, I guess. Well, heck, I'll give a few to Falcon. If you want to win, race with me at the end. We'll find a way to get you one.
You
But
know, just give one to me. You know. No,
I mean, shit, you can have the one I got at Lernerville. That's yours. So congratulations.
No. You still have a points the points lead going into to this week, and it's going to continue. Just looking at how the race was, just kind of how the points are stacking up. You're actually at a point of extending that lead, which is even better.
Yeah, I've been extending it here and there the past few weeks, and my buddy Jason that I always shout out, he said, at the end of the year, if you win the points, you're not going to be thinking about the time you went over the edge. Lucas has said, you don't understand. I still remember what happened at Port Royal. I still remember what happened at Lincoln. I can go through the list. All those wins I didn't get are going to eat me up more than winning a championship, because I just want to win every race, and it's just not a thing that happens.
My moderator out there is just saying, you guys did such a great job tonight. You know, I mean, I know we had a smaller field. We had, very few cautions. And the racing showed up, and it was close racing throughout, and that's what is thrilling and exciting to my viewers and to the people out there that support Chop Shop as a whole, and to the field as a whole. Is being able to have me feel like the racing is as intense as it is, and I think you got to have a short memory, because we go into Peevely next week, and then you get out there and press forward, I think.
Yeah, I will, but at the end of the year, I'll still be like, gosh darn, I threw away so many wins. But I will say, in the moment, like in the races, I never think about it. Like I'm just focusing on how to pass cars or stay in front of cars. But yeah, Peevely should be good. I've never ran midgets there, or really any other track other than Chili Bowl, but I know I've raced darn near about every other car at Peevely, and it races pretty good. It's probably one of my favorites. The late models would be if it was there, but should be good racing in the midgets too. And the midgets has been good all year. But yeah, as far as tonight goes, a little bit of a smaller field for whatever reason. Might be the Eldor's on, and we're all trying to catch it. But I saw some racing here and there, like even whenever we were catching the tail, like even those guys were racing their tails off, so it was pretty good throughout the field.
Nobody was up in the catch fence. That's what matters.
I was at the end because I got ticked off and said F this and Alt F forward. And I said, I'm done with this S, and they're like, wow, he's mad. I said, I'm not doing the freaking interview. And I'm like, I got to get my weekly session with Jason.
I'm literally the iRacing counselor. Put another on my name when it comes to description of what I do. I am your therapist for dirt racing, and I'm good with it, man. You have phenomenal skill, and each and every one of you do. I was watching in the heat races. I watched you plant it up in front of a driver, and I was like, oh no. I was like,
yeah. I need to again say sorry to Klosterman, because he PM'd me, and I was already in the process of apologizing.
Yeah.
I saw an opening. I went for the slider, and I planned on just going across his nose and leaving him a lane to cut down, and then battle it out. And then mid corner, it started to get the old iRacing push, so I tapped the brakes, tried to get it straightened up. And when you tap the brakes, all the momentum stops, and just crams his nose.
Yeah.
And he said he understood, but I still feel bad about it. I don't want to drive anyone like that or take anyone out.
Hey, I saw it in the second heat too. It's good. It's just
I can't speak on that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that happens, and it's best to apologize, because and that's the thing is I don't care if I'm at fault. If I'm involved, I'm like, sorry if that was my fault, that kind of thing. That's the old iRacing terminology that I hear as of late. But you got a hell of a drive on you, and we only got 6 races left. Week 15 next week. Yeah, we got right about 6 races left. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch it, man. Give a shout outs, brother. A P2 finish, still heading in the right direction as well.
Yeah, another P2, another top 5. We've got plenty of them so far, and extending the points little by little. First off, shout out to Majula C. It's the setups we had in, and they're great until they weren't. So shout out to them until the push, and then it's like meh. And then Warrior Racing, they're good dudes, even if I rage quit and throw a fit here and there. And Warrior Ramps, always some of the best stuff on iRacing. You for broadcasting it. Like I said, I always enjoy talking to you after I screw the race up. And yeah, everyone that puts it on, I enjoy this league. This season, well, over a season and a half now, I've had some good times and not really any bad times other than me screwing myself up, but no one's really ran me over, which seems like it's a new trend in iRacing. And then, of course, my buddy Jason Satterfield for always trying to be the nice guy and make me think positive thoughts as a natural pessimist.
I have to agree with him, though, as one Jason to another. Dude, I'm telling you, the talent's there. Just sometimes, racing happens.
Yep. Also, let's go T-Car. I'm looking at he's trying to go for a transfer after getting ran over by Hoffman. Let's go.
There you go.
Fellow Parkersburg driver.
Robbie, I'm going to let you get it, man. Go enjoy the race, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm going.
You too. It's Robbie Milburn coming home P2 tonight. It's talk to Jaden Sheehan comes home P3 after trying to do the EOL challenge, just one spot shy of that. I know you're trying to grab some points to pull that within a good range of deficit, but won your heat. Man, walk me through it. This was for me it was a fun race, and you guys had battles like everywhere.
Yes, sir. It definitely was a fun night, regardless of where I finished. I'm proud of the team. We top four'd it, and we continue to dominate. And these guys definitely continue to prove why these Majula C-Speed shops are pretty quick. And shout out to Keegan. We had a phenomenal slider battle, pretty much all, or at least a good chunk of the feature. But starting out the night, I thought I had quick time, and then Robbie just silently just stole that underneath me. And then I was able to run back to the top in the heat race, just kind of being patient, making sure that the moves are made at the right time. I threw kind of a slow but calculated slider for the lead in the heat race. I thought I knew I had him clear, but when I looked at it back, he definitely had to get on the binders a little bit instead of cutting down. But I thought I was clear by a mile, but it was pretty calculated. So I just kind of coasted the heat race. I thought tonight would be a fairly easy night considering the dominancy that I saw myself have in practice and qualifying in the heat. I should have got back to at least second. However, the guys are quick, and once they get out to lead, and they kind of take off on you. And when you're in traffic, especially like if you go back, watch my first 6 laps, I'm just trying to get around traffic who's kind of taking up 2 or 3 lanes at a time, and I'm trying to calculate what's their next move in terms of, are they going to go high this time? Are they going to go low? Are they going to see where I kind of start turning in and turn in later and get in front of me? So I was just kind of battling traffic to start the feature. And then I would say about lap 9 to 15, I started finding that groove and being able to pass some cars. And then by then, the guys were already kind of way out front and just trying to run them down and stay consistent. And I caught Keegan, but he was really hard to pass. He kept driving around me, and we kind of know how to navigate each other to where we're not going to let each other pass it by like that easy. So you give me a run for my money, and I'll be happy to take home P3 for the night.
Part of the deal, part of the allure of this racetrack is the defensive line. That's one of the things that ESPN will talk about. We watched, and we're going to watch Flow Racing talk about it here in a couple of weeks. The defensive line on this racetrack is you may be clear, you may feel like you're going to have that edge, but give it 3 laps and something else might be in your rearview mirror.
For sure. This track is very technical, and it can take a matter of seconds for the track to change. I know it goes pretty much from bottom to top. I would say a majority of the feature, you could pretty much run bottom 1 and 2, top 3 and 4. Or at least that's my experience, and that's kind of what I tried to tailor this feature towards. And I seen a couple other guys doing it as well. But once that bottom goes away in turn 1 and 2, it's no doubtably top all the way around, and then kind of starts single filing out, which thankfully we didn't see too much tonight. The track was definitely racy, and it was pretty solid for the feature.
It's part of the part of this racetrack that I like the most is being able to know that this track works up, right? When it comes to finding throttle mid corner, which is what Ethan was talking about. What's kind of the mindset that you have to give yourself when you're delivering and not necessarily a slider, but maybe a press in that direction.
So throttle, I would say getting on it out of the corner is harder than just kind of sending it deep into the corner, because you got to kind of really be calculated on throttle inputs coming out of the corner, because it gets slick top to bottom coming off the corner with a few grip patches along the way. I typically am, when I'm out the corner, I'm slamming it down full throttle. Tonight I was kind of easing back into the throttle a little bit more than I usually would, because I know once it slicks off, the tires are going to spin. You're really not going to get a drive off, and then if you do throw that slider, you're just going to park it on somebody and possibly end their race. So you just really got to pay attention to how the track develops and how your car's reacting to the slick. So if you can stay above it, kind of stay in the crumbs, you can stay in it a little bit harder and a little bit longer. But once you start getting into that slick, you got to ease on it a little bit and find those grip patches throughout the corner in order so that you don't take somebody else out.
I see it. And folks, if you can see it, if you're looking at the screen, you can see the entry where the slick kind of develops. It's a whole lot of rubber that these drivers are trying to manage and find spots to be able to have a throttle out. Larry, thank you for the like. Terrell, thank you for the share and the like as well. Thank you for the follow. I tell you what, man, this was a good race. You guys put on a heck of a show. There was battles throughout. Everybody kept everything nice and tidy. There was a whole lot of racing that kind of just finds its way to always be on the screen, and the three-way battle there for a little bit for third, fourth, and fifth was a blessing to be able to watch.
I just wish we had about 10 more laps. I typically start coming alive within the last 20 laps of a race, and if I feel like we had another 10 to 15 laps, I'd be able to catch these guys, because towards the end we did have a pretty long green flag stint there, and they're quick, there's no doubt about it, but being able to catch them and run them down is also another battle on its own, through traffic, battling for position, and it's definitely super fun racing these guys. I just wish we had about 10 or 15 more laps in the series, and I feel like we'd see better racing towards the end as well.
Well, that's for next season. We'll let him run it out and see how it goes. This is a good dirt series, and each of you have put on a pretty phenomenal show, man. Give a shout outs, brother. You got a P3 finish tonight. It was fun. As Keegan said out there, he said this was a fun race.
Definitely a fun race, and got to give it up to Chop Chop. They do their best to give us the best racetrack and the best racing each and every week that we come out. We do flip-flop cars every week, and each week it's different. You're never gonna know who's gonna win that next race. You have an idea. Obviously, Justin's quick, but Shout out to Chop Shop for hosting these, putting on the show, having you as a broadcaster. Shout out to Warrior Racing, Warrior Apps. The team is phenomenal. We continue to dominate. As you've seen tonight, we're 1 through 4, and we're going to try to continue to do that the rest of the season. But there's a couple sneaky guys coming up. You know, you got Klosterman, you got Falcon. Those guys, shout out to those guys. They're definitely making it harder on us. They're putting in the practice, they're putting in the time to make sure they're competitive with us, and shout out to them for making it that much more fun to run this league. And shout out to Majula C Speed Shop for the dominant sets. You know, these sets dig each week, and it makes it that much more fun to run. Sweet Victory Apparel Co., Racing Boys YouTube channel, and Signature Esports for streaming each and every week and putting out the great content.
Brother, I appreciate you. Go enjoy the dang old race that's going on right now.
Yes, sir. Time to go watch Eldora.
I like it. All right, Jade Sheehan comes OP3. If you haven't checked out to Eldora, make sure you go to Flow Racing. Keegan, much love to you, brother. Appreciate you. Budgie, sorry to do commands right there. I set up some buttons for some high key commands. I just tested them real quick. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. This was a good race. It was a fun race, and very entertaining from my point of view. From my point of view, it was a very entertaining race, and I absolutely just unequivocally enjoy this racetrack for every reason that you could ask for. But Ethan Wolf does get the victory here tonight, and did a great job. Great job holding the line. Robbie, I love you. You're an amazing driver, and don't get so frustrated. It's good racing. You know what I mean? How about Dove? Dove able to complete the race. He's getting better each week. All these drivers getting better each and every single week. I mean, they can sling it on dirt, and I can't. So that's it. That's the key. That's the key. They can do the thing that I can't, and I like it. Jaden, and you were saying, oh yeah, we saw it, man. We were watching it. That's why Lucas is one of the best on the sim. I agree. It's because it produces good racing, and I know I have to. I sound like I'm biased, right? Because I am. This racetrack produces such great racing, not just on the sim, but in real life. So I'm so glad to see Lucas Oil Speedway as part of the platform here. And we're going to go to Peevely next week. We're going to stay in Missouri for the I-55 Speedway. That's going to be fun. And everybody's going to be good. Folks, make sure you check out Kigo. He gives us our count of green each and every day that we broadcast iRacing, but he also helps me out with our broadcast here through Chop Shop, and we appreciate him doing that. But of course, and always want to thank Chop Shop Racing for being absolutely fantastic. Thank you to Budgie for being my the best moderator ever. They do hand out moderator awards, and I wish I could go to TwitchCon and contend for her. Each and every year after year, there are good people that you find in your life when it comes to content creation and streaming and doing this thing. And she's an absolute blessing. She makes my life easier when it comes to knowing how secure we can be. So, it's amazing to have those people in your life. So, with everything that we have going on personally here, trying to fix the PC, going through radiation treatments, and I'm getting good messages and good vibes and good prayers from people, on the daily, and it's awesome. It is really awesome. So I want to thank everybody for being just the cool cats that it is, and we'll continue to show up and show out. We appreciate you. Keegan, what'd you say? What'd you say again? Let me look. I didn't have my old chat. I-55 should be good. Good too. It very well could be two lane as well. I hope so. I hope I-55 in the midgets becomes 2-lane because, because you have to be. Do you do a lift around the corner, or do you full throttle the outside? You know what I mean? That's what's going to be insane about that one. So, taking to Thompson Racing as well. Facebook.com/Thompson Racing. If you want to check out Alex Thompson and what he's doing. Awesome Alex out there on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. He He's constantly trying to do bigger and better things with his racing. Colostrum engraving design. Does laser engraving on a lot of things. So make sure you check him out. He's got a Facebook page as well. Chop Racing. Geomax, the legend. I tell you what, dirt belongs with dirt. And make sure you check him out again over there in Sanger, Texas. Thank you to Admin Box, Bottle Status, B&B Music. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Chop Racing, Lunatic Designs, and of course, our good friends over at Muscular Enterprises. And we appreciate you. Much love to you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow for some Cup Series action. Got to get back to the dream. Thanks, absolutely, sir. We appreciate you. Much love. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Peace out. Bye-bye.